Hello, world. On this journey, we must understand that we are co creators. We are creating a new life reality with something else. We are co creators, like co parenting, like it's two entities creating and moving things to create this reality. Okay. This is a vital this is vital knowledge to understand in creating and bringing things into our reality. Now, when we are co-creating, first we get the download, the desire. I want to have this. I want to be this. I want to experience this. Okay. I have to use an analogy, an example, and stuff like this. So let's say I want a Jeep Wrangler. Okay. I want this Jeep Wrangler. The first thing I'm going to do in the creative process is, what color is my Jeep Wrangler? What are my wheels going to look like? What color are my seats? So I take that, what I want, and get in detail with what I want. I visualize it. And visualize it. I sort of make it mine, okay? The imagination is powerful. I'm going to talk about that. It is crazy like that. It's the only thing things have been brought to this world is through the mind and imagination. So, but anyways, back to the Jeep. So, you take this Jeep. Then the next step I would do is get the Jeep. And since we're in the world of technology, I used to use vision boards. I've had vision boards, a couple of them, but understand so that this is a lot more easier to use phones, okay? So I would take a picture of the Jeep. Then I would make it my home screen so I can hold on to my vision. That's what it's about. You're holding on to this vision till it becomes, or till it shows up in your 3D world. Okay, so I hold on to the vision of the Jeep. I got the color, the make, the model, how the tires is gonna look, and everything like that. Then I start using affirmations like, why do I have my Jeep? Why is my Jeep parked in my driveway? And see, this is the crazy part about it. It's like, I know you're going to know, like, man, there's no Jeep out there. But you're playing with your mind. You're building up this vision in your mind. So we know the subconscious mind only is going to take what you say to be true. Now, with repetition, it's going to get on over there to the subconscious mind, and the subconscious mind is going to it's going to grab it and go to work. But anyways, so we're going to put the car that we want in our phone. So every time we click on it, that vision, that is another way of programming the subconscious through visuals. Visuals, repetition, programs the subconscious mind to bring the thing that you want in your life. Okay? So from there, I might go to the next extent. I might get a copy of the Jeep and put it in my room or the bathroom. What I'm doing is using my phone and like a vision board. The reason why the vision board is there is that I constantly think and hold on to that thought. Now, when you're going through this manifestation process, you're going to be able to hold on to that vision due to the fact that you have really gotten in detailed. You took the time to say, I want it to be this, I want it to be that, I want it to be that. And you're locking this image in your head. Then you would go about, okay, I think about it every day. Every time I look at my phone, I think about it. The next thing we want to do is, now that we thought of it, we're going to think from it. This is where the imagination, as you see, this is all mind. I did a video on how the universe is mental. The way you're going to bring this thing into your existence is here. The power of it. Okay. Have you ever thought of a car one time, long time ago, and you start seeing that car? Have you ever thought of a car that you wanted in life and you're driving and you say, man, there go my car. That's the car I want. That is the power of your subconscious mind. It's almost telling you that it's out there. You want it? There it is. Lock into it. Pull it to you. But that has happened to me not once, not twice, on different occasions. The minute I get focused and locked into it, I start seeing it. Whatever it is. We live in a mental universe. Okay. The next thing. So we got the vision. We holding the thought. We got the vision paper in the room because we want to make sure that we constantly thinking about this thought. Now we went from thinking about the thought. Now we're thinking from the thought. When I say we're thinking from the thought, we're going to go into thinking, driving, picking up my friend. My friends are saying, man, that's a nice Jeep. We want to visualize putting gas in it, what it's like driving and putting gas in it. We're thinking from it. See, we already in our minds put it in there that we have it. Now we're thinking in our minds that we're have it and thinking from what we have. This is a powerful technique. So you're thinking from it. You're washing a car. You're pulling up in the driveway at your house with the car. You're even going as far as, oh, I left something in the car. Going back there and getting it. Looking out the window, seeing the car. You're using your imagination. Okay? So we got that. Now we're learning to think from it. Okay. Once we think from our desire, by this time it should be etched in our brain of what we want. The next thing is, I would say, meditate on it. Oh, at nighttime, one of the most powerfulest things. Take your phone out right before you go to bed, because I've talked about that programming stage when you're in that alpha and theta, when your brain waves are slowed down, you're not thinking so much. Whoop, Jeep, sleep, subliminals, wake up, rinse and repeat the process. Do that over and over and over again. Okay. This might go on for a couple of weeks, okay? But you want to get this vision hardwired. Then after that, now doing this, you want that Jeep, I guarantee you're going to say, how am I going to get it? When is it going to come? That is not your job. I'm sorry. You can do a lot, but that is not your job. Your job is not the how and the when. Your job is not to figure out when it's going to show up. Your job is not to figure out how it's going to get there. It could get there in a multiple of ways. It could be one. It could be gifted. Things could shift in your life to make it possible for you to get. There's multiple ways for you to obtain the desire you want, but that is not your job. Remember, at the beginning of the video, co-creator. Something else. God, source, energy, universe is going to do its job. So my job is to come up with a vision. Then do all that little bit of work, what they call work. It's really not no work to think, imagine. That's the work. That ain't nothing. Then to detach. Detach from the desire. I didn't say don't think about it, just let it go and just hope it show up. No, I didn't say that. Detach from the how, the when. See, this is something I was going through at the beginning. I kept thinking like, man, how is it going to come? When is it going to come? Oh, I need it by next week. Another thing, do not put a date on your desires. Never, ever, 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 never, ever, 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 ever put a date on your desire. Why? Another thing I went through, going through this. Have you ever did this and said, man, I need it by next week? Man, if I get this by next week, I get this by 2 months or something like that. I never put dates on nothing I want no more. I focus on being in alignment. That's my job. Keeping that same energy, being focused and not having wavering faith, not saying, man, this stuff ain't working. Man, I don't know what it's, so that's a lot of resistance. So do not put a date on it. When I was back in church and stuff, I used to be not in church. Hold on, wait a minute. Let me rephrase that. When my mom was taking us to church as little kids and stuff, and you grow up and there's this saying that goes like, he's never late. He's always on time. He might not come when you want him to, but he's never late on time. That's just telling you that there's a divine timing, and we're going on a linear time, a time that was created. So this timing and his timing are Their timing or the universe's timing is totally different. But the mistake that is made is I need to buy at least 4 weeks, man. And remember the video of keep hush about your desires. See, all this is going to be coming together. You don't want to tell too many people. Like, I can tell my mom because I know that she's going to wish the best for me and everything, but that's about it. I really don't trust nobody else with telling my desires, except my mom. She's not going to be like, man, you can't do that. Man, there's no way. She's not going to be giving me no negative feelings about it. She's going to be total 100%. See, this person, my mom, is going to be like, she has belief that I can and will and be anything I want. So there's no resistance in telling my mom. But you get to telling friends, you get to telling people, that might not want you to have that or be successful. Good luck on that. Soon as it don't come, because you said you was going to get it. I thought you was getting that car. Blah, 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 blah. Man, if you dub down and get this one, shoot, you can have that car that fast. I don't want that car though. I want the one I want. And I need to hold my vision and focus to that. Regardless. See, the universe don't care if it's a big, nice, expensive, or what you perceive expensive, cheap. It don't care about that. It wants to give you what you're focusing on and what you want. We are co-creators. You can't do it matter with matter. Your matter, you can't bring matter with matter. You got to go to a different way source to get this thing into your life. We are co-creators in this universe. We come up and focus on what we want, and our higher self goes to work with the field and brings it into our existence. We are co-creators in this universe. So, yeah. So you don't want to tell nobody about your desires. See, this is important. You want to learn to stay in alignment. You want to visualize. And most of all, you want to detach from the outcome. When it's going to come and how it's going to come. When you can do these things, you can manifest. And at night, you want to be playing the subliminals. The subliminals. If you're chosen, and you are the chosen ones, play the subliminals at night. Forget TV. Forget that. Man, it was time. I got to sleep I got to be in a whole different room because I'm going to do what I need to do to get what I want to get. I'm that focused, So I'll probably elaborate and talk more about these steps and stuff, but just to give you, just to touch bases on, manifesting and bring these things into your existence. Like I said on the video, it's just rules to it. And if you can't understand and grasp these rules on how to do it, you're going to create a lot of resistance. And that's what you don't want. You want to flow with it. Oh, I forgot this one. If abundance is your birthright, if as chosen ones, we know that we're supposed to have any and everything that we desire. If that's the case, make it normal. Make your desires normal. Stop putting the things you want on a pedestal above you, the one that's bringing the thing. How does that make sense? You cannot put your desires on a pedestal above you. Let that get in there. There's nothing higher than you. But I've made that mistake, and I'm pretty sure some others have. But they're all excited, man. This is the bomb. I'm actually making this thing higher than me. If I don't get this thing, man, everything else is gonna mess up. If I don't achieve this, my whole life is ruined. I'm making this thing more powerful, more higher than me, the creator, the one that's bringing it to. How does that work? You cannot. It's got to be normal. Normalize your desires. Make it like, man, that Jeep we talking about is normal. If I get it, it's cool. But I'm also good with it. I'm also good without it. I'm also good with it. I'm also good without it. This is just something I want. I am good with it, and I'm good without it. It is normal for me to have this. Not this, oh man, look at this. No. There's nothing higher than you. You are the most powerful. So, these little tips is going to help us on this journey. Yeah. So, hello world.